An uprising in a Wisconsin school district after teachers call parents names because they're opposed to controversial sex education curriculum. Joining us now with more is Parents Defending Education's Director of Outreach, Erika Sanzi. Erika, great to see you as always. Good morning to you. So 53 public school teachers in Wisconsin signed this letter essentially going after the parents who are against this curriculum. So let's back up a little bit. Tell us about this curriculum and what is it and what grade do students is taking this course? What's the grade of the students taking this course right now?
So this is known as comprehensive sex education, and this begins in kindergarten. I can't even tell you what the kindergartners learn because SEC guidelines forbid that. But in kindergarten, they begin learning, very sort of explicit terms and see lots of graphic illustrations, mostly related to anatomy, I would say, in kindergarten. And then by third grade, so that's when students are, 8 and 9 years old, they begin to learn that things about gender identity. And I would say that it's really sort of gender confusion is what they're teaching the kids. But it basically says, even if people tell you you have boy parts, you might be a girl or you might be a little bit of both. So we're seeing a lot of gender ideology in the early grades. And then, by sixth grade, they're up into lots of different sexual identities that, if I had to guess, your audience would have probably heard of only a couple of them.
So parents are opposed to this. And they then got a letter from teachers, 53 teachers who wrote a letter essentially bashing them for opposing this kind of curriculum. Is this something parents can opt out of? And tell us more about this letter.
Well, the letter was signed by 53 teachers in the district. It uses all the same language that we hear everywhere whenever anybody complains about something not being age appropriate, or they complain that they think that it's highly ideological, or they think that it's, just really crosses the line in terms of the role of a school. We immediately hear charges coming at parents and others, calling them hateful, calling them bigots, calling them transphobic, homophobic, etc. So it's just, it's the usual smearing of people when you're are unwilling or unable to have a substantive argument. But certainly this is not about any of that. These are parents saying that they don't think that this material belongs in school, and they certainly don't think it belongs in these early grades.
And I understand it's not just parents. There are teachers who also oppose this curriculum. So what happens if teachers are opposed to teaching it? Do they then lose their jobs?
I suspect that if the board has passed it, so I suspect what's going to happen is if you're not willing to teach the curriculum, then you can't stay. But the worst part of it is that teachers who object find themselves in the crosshairs of really ugly accusations and smears as well. So it's a really hard place to be right now, I think, when you're on staff and you object to what is happening, especially in a district like this, where what is happening is so ideological and so extreme.
What action has Parents Defending Education taken in this matter, and what's been the response from the school district?
Well, I know that there was recently a board vote, 6-1, in favor of this curriculum. And I know that even though parents can opt out, the one board member who has voted against this does not feel like it offers them a true choice. My understanding is that you don't opt out of the whole thing. You have to opt out lesson by lesson, which seems onerous. And it seems to me that the best thing they could do would be to have this be an opt-in program so that, parents who did want their children discussing these subjects at these really young ages, they could opt in. And it would be much clearer to the school district who really did want to participate in this. I forget what the last question that you just asked me was. Oh, Parents Defending Education. So what we've done basically is just cover this. People can go to our website at defendinged.org and pull up the name of this district in Wisconsin to see actual copies of the curriculum, see the pictures that I'm describing, look at the actual terms that, again, I can't use on air, but I think that people would want to see so that they could, again, say to themselves, wow, this is what the, 5 and 6 year olds are learning. This is what the 8 and 9 year olds are learning. That seems like a bit much. And all we've really done is expose it. So we have on our website, again, like links to the curriculum, links to articles about this. I know that there is actually an advocacy group. It's a gay and lesbian advocacy group that is so against this, and they actually feel that children are being targeted in their name. So I know that they're out there also protesting this curriculum and plan to be at the next meeting.
Right, and I know there are some parents who don't know what's even in their child's curriculum, and this is a good idea to start asking questions. And as always, we appreciate your time with us. If anyone wants to anonymously report an issue with their child's school or the district, as you mentioned, they can go and do so on your website as well at defendinged.org. Erika Sanzi with Parents Defending Education. Always appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thanks, Jan.